Colorado High School Activities Association basketball is on Morgan County's B106, B106.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tonight from Stan Lampe Gymnasium in Fort Morgan, it is a Longs Peak contest between the Fort Morgan Mustangs and the Niwot Cougars. Good evening, everyone, and welcome in. This is Brian Nickel, Christy Creighton back at the board for us tonight. And we are getting set here. The Fort Morgan Mustang starting lineup is brought to you by B&B Appliance. B&B Appliance and Repair, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between. They have exactly what you need and service it too. So starting tonight for your Lady Mustangs is going to be freshman Lauren Swetzik, along with junior Shailene Ramirez Osborne. Next will be freshman Ava Taylor, along with junior Bella Phillips. And rounding out the lineup tonight will be Kiera Jimenez, also a freshman. So you can tell a real young squad here for the Mustangs. They come in tonight 0-10 overall, 0-6 in league. The Niwot Lady Cougars are 0-5 in league, 2-8 overall. So we'll see if the Lady Mustangs can come away with a victory here tonight. The opening tip is brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience make Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. So jumping for the Lady Mustangs is Ava Taylor, and she will go up against Evelyn Mellis. As we wait here, and they're about ready to tip this thing off, and Mustangs win the tip, get it into the hands of Ramirez. She's going to drive it all the way down. Her layup is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Peyton Rhodes. As the Cougars get their offense going here. Shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded and finally taken away by Lauren Swetzik. Shailene Ramirez gets it into the front court. Man-to-man defense here by the Niwot. Ball tipped away from Kiera Jimenez. She gets it back now, hands it off to Shailene Osborne. Keeps the dribble alive. Now she's going to get it off to Bella Phillips. Back to Shailene, and ball's going to be tipped away to Phillips underneath the Taylor. Turnaround jumpers in for Ava Taylor. Nice job there for Taylor. Little turnaround about 8 feet away. It was up and good. Mustangs with the early lead. Layup is going to be up and good by the Niwot Cougars for Haiti Adams. Now full court press here, and the ball is going to be taken away by Niwot into the hands of Thalia Almarez. Daya Meta. Up top now to Peyton Rhodes. Mellis drives it. Her layup is going to be up and good, and that is going to be Haiti Adams once again. 4-2 Niwot. Full court pressure here as Shailene Ramirez gets the ball up into the front court. She's going to peel out to the left corner. Try a three, and that is up and off the rim and no good. She gets her own rebound. She gets it back from Swetzik out at high point. Now to Swetzik once again on the right side. Runs the ball down, keeps the dribble alive. The ball is going to be tipped away and taken away by Niwot. Now into the hands of Almarez. Now into Mellis. Mellis is going to be up and good. 6-2 Niwot. Head coach Brett Anderson of the Mustangs is going to call a timeout here, as it is open underneath. Mellis with an easy bucket at the bucket, and Adams also with an easy one right at the basket. Stubbs Gas and Oil, one-stop shopping does exist. gas, food, and all your travel accessories. Get off I-76 at exit 66A in Wiggins to visit them. So the Mustangs are going to have to limit their turnovers tonight, 2 already. And they've turned into 4 points for Niwot. I think they'll try to, maybe if they can get the ball into Taylor down low. I don't believe Niwot has anybody that's going to be as tall as she is that's going to try to block her shot. So the Mustangs will inbounds far in from their basket. It'll be Swetsick to inbounds. Gets it into Jimenez, now to Shailene Ramirez. Picks up her dribble, now gets it off it to Swetsick. Down to Taylor. Missed the cutting Phillips. Shailene Ramirez going to give it back to Taylor. Taylor's going to left baseline. Gives it back out to Ramirez. A 3 from left side. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Meta. Excuse me. Now up top to Adams on the near side. Now to Mellis. Mellis layup is going to be up and in for Evelyn Mellis. 4 points on the night for Mellis. As the Mustangs reach foul is going to be called on Niwot, and that will go on Adams. Her first, team first. Now as the Mustangs inbounds to Ramirez, gets it up into the front court. Ramirez going to kick it off to Taylor underneath, and that passes over the head of Taylor into the hands of Niwot. Pass goes through the hands of Shailene Ramirez into the hands of Peyton Rhodes, and she goes up for the bucket. 10-2 Niwot, 4:35 to go here, first period. Shailene Ramirez underneath now to Ava Taylor. Go up with it, girl. There you go, back to off the backboard. Good job by Ava Taylor. Mustangs with 4 points, and she has both buckets. Now underneath is going to be Mellis. She's going to back it out. Up top now to Adams, and her 3 is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor. Into the hands of Shailene Ramirez Osborne. She's going to drive it in. Could have been a foul there. Nothing called. Now Swetsick for a 3 off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded, excuse me, by Kira Jimenez. And then she was fouled on the shot. Let's see who that was on. Going to be on Evelyn Sanchez. Her first. Shot is up and no good for Jimenez. As Niwot has wholesale changes here. So Kiara Jimenez with free throw number 2. Up and off the backboard, no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor. Her shot is up and no good. And ball knocked out of bounds off of Niwot. So the Mustangs will retain possession as Lauren Swetsick will inbounds left baseline of their basket. Get it into Shailene. Shot is going to be up and good for Shailene Ramirez Osborne. 10-6 Niwot. Had a strip there, but there's going to be a foul. Let's see if that's going to be on Marquez. Don't believe that's going to be on, excuse me, Lauren Swetsick. Be her first, team first. Ball inbounds to Chloe Mitchell. In underneath, and that ball is going to be taken away by the Mustangs. First turnover by Niwot. Now turnover by the Mustangs at the other end. Got a foul. That'll be the second one on Swetsick. So she will, excuse me, she will take a seat. Into the game for the Mustangs is Charlotte Marquez. Up court now to Zeckman. Ella Zeckman into the game Nice job by Ava Taylor on the block pass right into the hands of Rose Pacheco, and she was standing out of bounds. So turnover Cougars into the hands of Marquez as she hustles it up the right sideline, picks up her dribble. Now she's going to give it off to Jimenez. Jimenez is fouled on the far side. And I believe that's number 0. And that would be Ella Zeckman. 3 team fouls on Niwot, 2 on Fort Morgan. As they will inbound right baseline of their basket. Get it in. That's going to be tipped and taken away. Not a good inlet pass. Shot is going to be up and no good at the basket by Alvarez. And that foul will go on Shailene Ramirez Osborne, her first, team third. Trying to see who that is that's going to the line. That is number 12, I believe. That is Rose Pacheco to shoot 2. She was fouled on the shot. First one is no good. 10-6 Niwot, 3:16 to go here, first period. Pacheco's next shot up and rolls around and no good. Going to be rebounded by Shailene Ramirez. Now she's going to be called for the double dribble. She was pressured on the dribble. They're going to call her for the turnover. Like quite a bit of contact out high, but nothing called. And they get the ball into Pacheco. Now into the corner, and that shot is going to be up. 3 is going to be up and round and no good. Going to be rebounded and put back up and in by Chloe Mitchell. 12-6. Mustangs facing a little pressure here. They get it up into the front court. Shailene Ramirez picks up her dribble. Now to Ava Taylor at the left wing. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and finally taken away by Ramirez. She gets her own rebound. Off into the corner to Marquez underneath, and that is not a good pass. Taken away before it could get to Taylor. Into the hands now of Chloe Mitchell. Hands it off to Pacheco. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded underneath. That was going to be a foul. Nice job there by Kiera Jimenez on the rebound, and she was fouled. And that will be on Ella Zeckman. That will be her second. Team 4th. Into the game for the Mustangs is Kiera Alleman. Shailene Ramirez Osborne will take a seat. Bella Phillips now back to Alleman. Got to get it into the hands of somebody here. Now to Marquez. She was bumped. There we go. That's a good call. What a body there, and it's going to be a foul on Madison Ackerman. That will be her first. So the Mustangs will go to the line now to shoot 2. And that will be Charlotte Marquez to go to the line. Mustangs on the year from the free throw line are at only 29%. So we'll see if Charlotte can hit a couple of them here off to the side and no good. 2:18 to go first period. The Mustangs down 12-6. Charlotte with free throw number 2 up and in. That looked a lot better than the first one. 12-7 Mustangs. Not much pressure. That's going to be into the corner. Net 3 is going to be up and no good. Going to be taken away and finally rebounded. See if they're going to call a foul. There was a collision over on the far side. They're going to call a foul on the Mustangs. Let's see who that's going to be on. It's going to be on Marquez. Her first. Team 4th. As Niwot looks to get it in, they do get it into Ackerman. Ackerman out high. Marquez tried to knock it away, but Pacheco keeps the ball alive out at the point. Now she's going to back it back out. Man-to-man defense here by the Mustangs. three is going to be up and no good, and off of Kiera Jimenez. She could not get the grasp on that ball, and it goes out of bounds. So Niwot will inbounds left baseline of their basket, and they get it underneath, blocked by Taylor. Shot is going to be put back up and in, though, by Ella Zeckerman. Got to get it in, got to get it in. Tip, take it away. A turnover by the Mustangs. Shot is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Marquez. Well, that was a quick jump. So possession arrow to Niwot. Minute 32 to go, first period. 14-7 Niwot. Shot is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Alleman. Bounce pass to Kiera Jimenez down to the hands of Charlotte Marquez. It's going to be tipped away from her, but out of bounds off of Pacheco. So the Mustangs will inbounds far side. Just down in the front court. As they look, got to get somebody open. Phillips gets it, and her pass back to Marquez is intercepted. 9 turnovers by the Mustangs. Rose Pacheco into the lane. She's going to kick it out to Zeckman from the three-point line, up and no good. Ball is going to be taken up and going to be rebounded by Madison Ackerman. And then a foul. And that will be the second one on Charlotte Marquez. So that will be 5 team fouls. So going to the line. See who that is for. Up and good. I can't see a number. The hair is too long on her back. I can't tell who that is. Eva Taylor comes out. Shailene Ramirez back in. Get a number on this. First one. Second one is up and also good. And that is going to be Madison Ackerman. Now a foul is going to be called. That is going to be on Ackerman. That will be her second. So that will send Charlotte Marquez back to the line to shoot 2. She is 1 of 2 just moments ago. 57.3 seconds, 16-7 Cougars. Marquez bends, shoots up and good for Charlotte. 2 points on the night for Charlotte, both from the free throw line. She'll get the ball back, take a couple of bounces, bends, shoots off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Ackerman. Ackerman gives it off to Pacheco. Pacheco for a 3, and that is air ball. It's going to be rebounded by Jesse Sales. Back to Pacheco out at the point. Now she's going to get it underneath. Shot is going to be up and no good by Chloe Mitchell. Going to be rebounded by Shailene Ramirez. Into the hands of Ramirez. She keeps it into the front court. Now to Bella Phillips. Bella Phillips is going to be tipped away from her, and now it's going to be a jump, and that will stay with the Lady Mustangs with 23.9 seconds to go here in the first period. 16-8. Mustangs get it in. Now to Alleman. Alleman's shot is going to be blocked, but they're going to call a foul. That will be on Madison Ackerman. No, that's going to be on Ella Zeckman, excuse me. So that will be her third. So that will send Kiera Alleman to the line to shoot 2. Off the back of the rim and no good. As Bella Phillips is going to take a spot in the lane, Shailene Ramirez Osborne will step out. Alleman with the shot is up and good. Next free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco. 15 seconds to go, first period. Pacheco's going to drive it down. Now she's going to Pass it back out to Mitchell. Mitchell's shot is going to be up and good from the free throw line. Now a warning on Niwot, I believe, for hitting the ball after it comes through the basket. Solomon will take a seat. Taylor back in. 6 seconds to go. Full court pressure once again by Niwot. And now a foul is going to be called on Niwot. And that will be on Chloe Mitchell. That will be her first. So that will send Bella Phillips to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and nothing but net for Bella. Into the game now will be Rachel Daniels for Charlotte Marquez with 5.6 seconds to go first period. 18-10 Cougars. Free throw is off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Evelyn Sanchez. Shot will count if it goes. It does not go. So the Lady Mustangs are down 8 after 1, 18-10 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel back here at Stan Lampe Gymnasium in Fort Morgan as the Niwot Cougars will start off the second period with the possession as they get it in to Evelyn Mellis. Mellis keeps that dribble alive. Going to go down that left side. Mellis with the layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Alleman. Now Bella Phillips. Bella Phillips all the way down here. Layup is going to be up and good. Nice job there by Bella Phillips. Ackerman now into the hands of Rhodes. Shot is going to be up and no good. I don't know if it was deflected by Taylor, but it was sure changed her arc on the shot. Now to Lauren Swetzik underneath to Phillips. Phillips' shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Adams. Adams now on the far side to Peyton Rhodes. They lost her. That was going to be Thalia Alvarez. Wide open on the baseline. She drove it into the bucket. Now Mustangs facing full court pressure here once again into the hands of Shailene Ramirez Osborne. She's going to get the ball across. She does, but the ball is going to be tipped and taken away by the Niwot Cougars. Shot is going to be up and good. And that will be Meta as the Mustangs get the ball up into the front court. Shailene Ramirez is going to try a 3, and that shot is going to be blocked, taken away by Adams. Over on the far side now Alvarez, and she's going to be called for the double dribble. Unofficially only the third turnover by Niwot. 10 for Fort Morgan. 22-12. Niwot as they look to get the ball in and get it into Phillips, back to Swetzik. I don't know why that's not called out of the body every time they reach, but nothing called. Shailene for the 3, up and good. Shailene Ramirez with the triple. As Niwot gets the ball down court. Nice job there by Ava Taylor to intercept that pass cross court. Now into the hands of Alleman. And her pass is going to be taken away. Shot is going to be up and good by Almaraz. Now into the hands of Alleman. Another bad pass. Layup is going to be up and good by Meta. Into Taylor, now Bella Phillips. Oh, she was trying to get it to Swetzik, and it was over her head and out of bounds. Turnover Mustangs, 5:24 to go, second period, 26-15 Cougars. Evelyn Mellis. Brings it down court. She's going to get a screen. She's going to drive it down, kick it out to the corner, and nobody there. So turnover, Niwot. See if they have a size on. On Evelyn Mellis. She's a 6-foot junior, so. Into the hands now of Shailene Osborne. Nice job there to get it up court. Boy, a lot of contact. Now over and back by the Cougars, so turnover. Niwot. Fort Morgan will inbounds far side half court. Be Shailene Ramirez to trigger it in for the Mustangs. Yeah, she gets it back to Jimenez. Jimenez going to drive it in now. Bella Phillips from the free throw line, up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by Mellis. Mellis over on the far side. Now a travel is going to be called, and that will be Adams. Little head fake. Called for the travel. Mustangs get the ball into Shailene, now to Lauren Swetzik into the front court to Taylor. And now that ball is going to go through the hands of the Mustangs. Shot is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded, taken away by Mellis. And then a foul is going to be called on the Lady Mustangs. And that will be on Ava Taylor. That will be her first, team first here in the second period. So Niwot to inbounds left baseline of their basket. Mellis gets it in to Almarez. Up top to Rhodes. She's going to kick it off to Mellis. Mellis with the head fake. Layup is going to be up and no good, but she's going to be fouled on the drive. And that foul will go on the Mustangs, and that will be Kiera Jimenez. That will be her first. That will send Mellis to the line to shoot two. Be her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Free throws up, excuse me, up and no good. (26-15) Cougars, 4:13 to go here. Second period. Now wholesale changes once again for the Cougars when they sub everybody in except the shooter. So it looks like basically like the starting five has come back in. Free throw is up and good for Mellis. 5 points on the night for Mellis. Alleman triggered in for the Mustangs here, 27-15, 4:13 to go, second period. Into the hands of Swetzik, back to Alleman. Lazy pass, but it did get into the hands of Taylor, now to Lauren Swetzik. Bounce pass to Phillips. Phillips' shot is going to be up and no good, going to be tipped around and taken away. Now they're going to call Swetzik, I believe, for the foul. They had it the other way. I'm sorry. They called that on Giselle Sales. That will be her first. Get it into Phillips. From the left elbow, up and no good. Going to be rebounded. We have a number 5, and I do not have a number 5 here on the program. As Ackerman back now to Mitchell. Up top and over to Rose Pacheco. Now on the near side to Sales. Cutter is going to be Pacheco, up and good for Pacheco. 2 points on the night for Pacheco. 29-15 now. Foul is going to be called on Niwot. And that will be on Chloe Mitchell. That will be her second. The Mustangs get the ball into Ramirez. Ramirez being guarded by Pacheco. Now back to Shailene. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by Giselle Sales. is going to pull up for the three, and that is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco. Shot is bouncing around and no good, and going to be a foul on the Mustangs. That will be, I believe that will be Kiera Jimenez. That will be her second. She went over the back. Charlotte Marquez into the game, another freshman for the Lady Mustangs. As Lauren Swetzik will take a seat, sitting down by the trainer. Off to Pacheco, now on the near side to Sales. Up top, I do not have a number 5. I'll have to see if I can find it. And now a travel called on Niwot. 8 turnovers by Niwot. 15 for the Lady Mustangs. They get the ball into Taylor, now to Marquez into the front court. 29-15. Back to Taylor. She's going to drive it. No, she's going to pick up her dribble. Now back to Marquez. Marquez for the three. Off the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco. Pacheco now backs it out at the point. She's going to get a screen. A deep three, and that is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and put back up and in by Chloe Mitchell. 31-15. That might be a call, a travel call, but nothing called on Marquez. Shot is going to be up and no good. Bella Phillips, nice clean up there by Phillips. With the rebound and the putback. 31-17, just under 2 minutes to go here in this second period. Now Pacheco out on the high right wing. Looking for a Chloe Mitchell. She's going to back it out at the point. And she looks for a cutter. But into the corner now, it's going to be up underneath, to Sales. And that ball is going to be blocked by Taylor. And then a foul. And that foul will go on Madison Ackerman. That will be her third. In for the Mustangs now is Kiera Alleman. Bella Phillips will take a seat with 1:32 to go. 31-17. Cougars. Into the game for Niwot will be Adams. Mustangs to inbounds far into that from their basket. Get it into Taylor. That ball is going to be taken right out of Taylor's hand. Layup is going to be up and good by Adams. Girls have got to be better with their awareness of where the ball is. Now a foul is going to be called on Niwot on the drive. And that foul will go on our number 5. I'm going to have to see if I can figure out who that is. That's the Mustangs inbound left baseline of their basket. Got to get it in. Get it in to Alleman. Alleman's going to drive it down. Now she's going to kick it back out. Shailene Ramirez up for a three, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Pacheco. Unofficially her third rebound. Shot is going to be up and no good at the basket. It's going to be rebounded by Taylor. 1 minute to go here, second period, into the hands of Shailene Ramirez. See if the Mustangs can get their offense set up here and get it to Taylor. Back out to Ramirez for the three, up and air ball. Going to be rebounded by Niwot. And off of Fort Morgan and out of bounds. So the Mustangs will remain on defense. Now 4 new Cougars into the game. When they do a substitution, they do it right, I guess. Into the hands now of Mellis. 35 seconds to go here in the second period. Now into the hands of Peyton Rhodes. Her shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Shailene Ramirez, her 5th of the night. Up into the front court. She's going to drive it down. Stop from the left elbow. Shot is going to be up and good. Shailene Ramirez. 7 points on the night. 15 seconds to go. 33-19. Mellis gets it up court to Alvarez. And then a turnover by Niwot. And it goes out of bounds far side. So 9 turnovers by Niwot. 3.8 seconds to go here as the Mustangs get it in to Marquez, and they're not going to get a shot off. So after 2 periods of play here, halftime, the Cougars lead the Mustangs 33-19. We'll be back with the halftime show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Brian Nickel back here at Fort Morgan High School. Still a minute 10 to go here in this halftime. As the Mustangs are down by a count of 33-19. The Mustangs next up will be home Saturday, this Saturday against Skyline. I believe the times are now 5:30 and 7. Originally it was 12:30 and 2, but they will be home on Saturday, and then Tuesday they will be, Fort Morgan will be home to Thompson Valley, but I believe that the B106 will be at Thompson Valley to cover the boys. So 21 seconds left here in this halftime. And it will be to the possession of Niwot as we get things underway here in period number 3. But Pacheco gonna drive it into the lane. She's gonna kick it back out and gets it back. Her 3 is gonna be up and no good. Rebound is gonna be to Chloe Mitchell, and she is fouled on the shot. And that will be on Bella Phillips. That will be her first. But that will send Chloe Mitchell to the line to shoot 2. That first one rolls around and is good for Mitchell. 7 points on the night for Mitchell. Charlotte Marquez into the contest for Lauren Swetzik. Couple of dribbles. Up and good is Chloe Mitchell. As they put on full court press once again into the hands of Charlotte Marquez. Her pass down court is going to be over the head of Taylor and out of bounds. Turnover on the first possession here of the second half for the Mustangs. 35-19. Pacheco's going to drive it down. Take away by Marquez. Nice job there by Charlotte. Charlotte's going to drive it all the way down. Her layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded. They're going to call a jump. Bella Phillips all over the back of the Niwot girl, but possession to the Mustangs. Charlotte looks to get it in, hits Bella Phillips, a turnover, and picked up by Niwot. Layup is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Taylor. Marquez picks up her dribble now to Bella Phillips underneath. Her shot is going to be blocked by Pacheco. Going to be taken away by Niwot. Ball is tipped and taken away by the Mustangs. 10 turnovers by Niwot. Now the Mustangs turn it back over. Into the corner, up and no good is a shot by Mitchell. Pacheco out high. Now Mitchell once again from the corner, and that shot is no good. Going to be rebounded by Ackerman. Shot at the bucket is going to be up and good by Mitchell. Now Shailene Ramirez into the front court, going to drive it all the way down. Her layup is going to be up and rims out. And finally they're going to get a jump under there. I thought Bella Phillips had her tied up at one time, but they just stood there and let him stand there, I guess. I'm not sure what they were doing, but it was a jump ball for Niwot. Pacheco into the front court. over on the far side, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Have another 15, another number here I do not have a name for. Mustangs come down with the rebound. Charlotte Marquez into the front court has the ball stripped away, but Bella Phillips will come away with it. Now underneath to Taylor. Taylor needs to go up with it. She does. Up and no good. Going to be rebounded. Saved by Alleman, but into the hands of Niwot. Pacheco's going to drive it all the way down. She used the forearm there on Marquez, but nothing called. Pacheco with a spin move. Her little layup is going to be up and no good, but it's going to be rebounded by Niwot. And then finally, once again, by Phillips. Mustangs. Foul is going to be called on Niwot. And that will be on Rose Pacheco. That will be her first. As Phillips will come out, as well as Kiera Jimenez. Into the game is going to be sophomore Yelena Ramirez, along with Kiera Alleman. And then the Mustangs turn it over on the inbounds. 20 turnovers by the Mustangs unofficially, 10 for Niwot. 37-19 as Pacheco brings the ball up into the front court. Ball is going to be, look like a good strip. They're going to call a foul on the Mustangs. That will be Kiera Alleman. That will be her first. So the Mustangs will remain on defense as Niwot will inbound right baseline of their basket. Now an offensive foul is going to be called on the inbounds, and that will go against Madison Ackerman. That will be her fourth. Illegal screen was set. So Ella Zeckerman will come in for Ackerman. Full court pressure still by the Cougars. Good defense there, and that's going to be taken away by Niwot. Could not quite get it over the head of the Niwot Cougar. Shot is going to be up and good by Rose Pacheco. Now Marquez into the front court being guarded by Pacheco. Had the ball tipped away, but she got it back. Now to Ramirez. Ramirez for the three, up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Niwot into the hands of Giselle Sales. Chloe Mitchell down underneath. Ball is going to be tipped out of bounds off of Niwot. So turnover number 11 for the Cougars. 39-19, 4:28 to go, third period. Fort Morgan to inbounds. Got to get it in, and they get it in, but it's going to be taken away by Niwot. Can't get that separation. Shot from the free throw line is going to be up and no good by Zeckerman, taken away by Ramirez. That's her sixth. Coast to coast is Shailene Ramirez. And then a timeout is going to be taken. And I believe that is going to be taken by the Fort Morgan bench. 39-21, 4:12 to go here in the third period. Cornerstone Brokers. When looking to buy or sell your home, use a realtor who you can count on. Cornerstone Brokers in Fort Morgan and Brush. Ask for Daylene or Stacy. For the Mustangs this year, they are 0-10, 0-6 in league play. They're averaging 22.5 points a game, giving up 64. The Niwot Cougars are averaging 30 points a game, giving up 52. As far as standings for the Longs Peak League, in Roosevelt number 1 at 7-0, Riverdale Ridge 6-0. Frederick at 5-2, Severance at 4-2, Thompson Valley 3-3, Mountain View at 2-3, Northridge at 2-3, Niwot at 0-5, Skyline at 0-5, and Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs 0-6. So Niwot the inbounds far end of their basket. They get it into Peyton Rhodes, and she will give it back to Mellis. Mellis is going to drive it down. Now she's going to go out to the corner. into the hands of Rhodes. Now into the hands of Meta. Mellis is going to drive it down. The foul is going to be called on Taylor as Mellis drove it to the basket. That will be a 2-shot foul for Evelyn Mellis. Up and good is free throw number 1. So Ava Taylor with 2 fouls, 4 rebounds unofficially on the rebounds. Free throw up and good once again by Evelyn Mellis. 7 points on the night for Mellis. Marquez up into the front court, being guarded out there by 3. Now she's going to get off to Shailene. Little jumper is going to be up and no good. Going to be finally taken away by Shailene Ramirez. 7 on the night for her on the boards. Taylor going to kick it back out to Ramirez. That shot is up, in, and out. Going to be rebounded by Alleman. And then taken away from her. 23 turnovers by the Lady Mustangs. Now Niwot turns it over. Marquez layup is going to be up and good. Charlotte Marquez with 4 points on the night. 41-23. Mellis gets it off onto the far side and out of bounds. Turnover, unforced error there by Peyton Rhodes as she loses it out of bounds. Bella Phillips into the game for Ava Taylor. 3:09 to go, 41-23. Lady Cougars. Charlotte Marquez has the ball stripped and taken away from her. And then it will be off of Niwot and out of bounds. They could not control it once they got possession. So Charlotte passes off to Bella Phillips. Phillips being guarded out high. A lot of contact and nothing being called. Ball is going to be tipped away from Shailene. Tipped away once again, and this time it's going to be a turnover. Into the hands of the double dribble is going to be called on Almaraz, excuse me. So turnover number 15 for the Cougars. Into the game now for the Mustangs is Kiera Jimenez. Charlotte Marquez will take a seat. Into Phillips, back to Shailene. Pass down court to Alleman. Alleman's underneath and off of the hands of Yelena Ramirez. So turnover, Lady Mustangs. Mellis to inbound. She will get it back from Peyton Rhodes. So Mellis up into the front court. Back to Rhodes. Now underneath to Meta. Back to Mellis out on the left high wing. Now it's going to be underneath to Adams. Adams' shot is going to be no good. Going to be taken by Yelena Ramirez. And then she is going to be called for the travel. Got the rebound, but took a couple of dribbles and then couldn't find anybody to throw it to. Called for the travel. 2:09 to go here, third period. 41-23, Lady Cougars. Almaraz. Shot is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded, and a foul is going to be called on Alleman. And that will be her second. Lady Cougars to inbounds left baseline of their basket. Yelena Ramirez will take a seat. Maybe Taylor back into the game. Nice steal there by Alleman on the inbounds. Turnover number 16. Now a jump is going to be called, and that will be possession to the Lady Mustangs. Mustangs down 18, 41-23, a minute 56 to go here, third period. You get it into Phillips. Phillips back to Ramirez. Up into the front court, going to hand it back off to Kiera Jimenez. Underneath, and a foul is going to be called. And that will be on Peyton Rhodes. That will be her first. Team third here in the third period. Minute 46 to go, third period. They look to get it in. Not a good pass. Inbounds is going to be stolen by Niwot. Layup is going to be up and good by Alvarez. 6 points on the night for her. Reach foul is going to be called, and that will be on Meta. That will be her first. Team fourth. So the Mustangs will inbound just in front of the scorer's table here near side. Kiera Jimenez triggers it in to Shailene Osborne. Left high wing to pick up her dribble. Needs to get it away, and that ball is to Phillips. Looked like it was thrown away for a minute. Then a foul inside. And that will be on Meta. That will be her second, so that will be the team fifth. So that will send Kiera Jimenez to the line to shoot 2. She was 0 for 2 in the first period. Free throw is off the side of the rim and no good. (43-23), 1:21 to go, third period. She bends, shoots off the backboard, and good for Kiera Jimenez. She is 1 of 4 from the free throw line, her first point of the night. Mellis now up into the front court being guarded by Jimenez. Mellis all the way down. Her left-handed layup is going to be up and good. She's just going to do it herself. 9 points on the night for Mellis. Into the hands of Taylor. Now there's going to be a blocking foul on Mellis as she helps Element up. So Evelyn Mellis with her first of the night. So that will send Kiera Alleman to the line to shoot 2. And she is 1 of 2 from the free throw line early on. 59.8 seconds. Free throws off the back of the rim and no good. Charlotte Marquez will come in for Shailene Ramirez Osborne. So Alleman to shoot free throw number 2. Up and off the side of the rim and no good. Going to be rebounded by Mellis, her second of the night unofficially. Underneath by the Mustang. Mustangs knock it out of bounds. They stop the fast break. So Niwot will retain possession to inbound right baseline of their basket. Evelyn Mellis to inbound. As she gets it in, foul is going to be called on Ava Taylor as Adams goes up, but Ava Taylor with her third. So Adams will go to the line to shoot 2. This is her first trip to the free throw line tonight. She has 6 points on the night. 51.7 seconds to go, third period. Free throw is up and nothing but the bottom of the net for Adams. So Adams, a couple of dribbles, bends, shoots off the back of the rim, no good. Going to be rebounded by Kiera Jimenez. Then a travel is going to be called on Jimenez. That will be turnover number 29 for the Mustangs. 16 in the game so far for Niwot. 46-24 into the hands of Adams. Over on the far side to Alvarez. Going to get it underneath to Adams. Back up top to Meta. Now on the near side to Mellis. She's going to drive it down. Her layup is going to be up and good for Evelyn Mellis. 11 points on the night. 6 here in this quarter. Ava Taylor gets it to Jimenez. Her shot is going to be up and no good and off of Niwot and out of bounds with 18.2 seconds to go. 48-24, Lady Cougars. And Charlotte Marquez will inbound right baseline of their basket for the Mustangs. They get it in to Taylor. Now they're going to kick it into the corner for Jimenez. Shot is partially blocked. Mellis comes away with it. Pass down court to Rhodes. She's going to kick it back out to Meta. Now into the lane to Mellis. Left-handed shot is up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor. Have 5 on the night for Taylor at the buzzer. So after 3, the Lady Mustangs find themselves down 48-24 here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 48-24 as we start period number 4. Lady Cougars in the lead as they will take possession in the hands of Pacheco. Now she'll hand it off to Mitchell, back to Pacheco. Mitchell to Pacheco. Now a bounce pass into Mitchell. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded and put up back up by Sales. Taylor with the rebound. And a foul on Niwot. Excuse me, as Shailene Ramirez on the drive. That is on Ackerman. I have her as 5, so she will be disqualified, I do believe. Yep. So she will be out. Let's see who comes in for her. That would be Hazel Oswam. No, I'm not pronouncing that right. So Fort Morgan to inbounds, left baseline of their basket. Kiera Jimenez gets it in to Phillips. Shailene Ramirez is going to drive it in. Backboard up and good for Ramirez. 11 points on the night for Shailene. 48-26, 22-point deficit for the Lady Mustangs. Now into the hands of Chloe Mitchell. Mitchell in the lane. Her shot is going to be blocked, taken away by the Mustangs. Alleman to Shailene. Keeps that dribble alive out here on the right wing. They're trying to get it underneath. The ball is going to be tipped away and away from Taylor. Into the hands of Pacheco. She crosses midcourt. Little push off there. Nothing called up top. That three is going to be up and nothing but the bottom of the net for Chloe Mitchell. I believe that's the first three of the night for either team. Excuse me. Shailene Ramirez with one, and that shot is going to be up and good by Bella Phillips. 7 points on the night by Phillips. 51-28, 6.5 to go here. Fourth period. Mitchell with a shot up and no good. Going to be rebounded by Taylor. Unofficially 7 rebounds for Taylor, and the Mustangs will throw the ball away as they try to get it down court. 31 turnovers for the Mustangs, 16 by Niwot. Pacheco, right-handed dribble. Passes it off into the corner to Oswam, and now to Zekman. Pacheco's going to drive it in. Her shot is going to be blocked by Taylor. So I have her with 3. She was second in the state in all classifications a couple of weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, averaging a little over 5 blocks a game. And that's going to be block number 4. As the Mustangs come away with it. 5:53, Shailene Ramirez layup is going to be up and no good. But Bella Phillips there for the putback. 51-30, 21-point lead. Pacheco off into the corner now to Oswam. As Pacheco gets it back, they're going to give it underneath. But a timeout is going to be taken by head coach Todd Trobow of Niwot. So up next for the Lady Mustangs will be Saturday. They will be home to Skyline. I believe those times are going to be 5:30 and 7. They were changed initially. At one time they were supposed to be 12:30 and 2, but I believe they're now 5:30 and 7. Better Electric, covering all electric work from residential to commercial to agricultural. Better does matter. Call 970-521-1030. Niwot to inbounds, left baseline of their basket with Mitchell. And she gets it back after passing it in. And that's going to be an air ball taken down by Alleman. That is her fourth, excuse me. Alleman out on the left wing. Tries to give it off. And now she's going to be called for the travel. Couldn't find anybody to get rid of it and took an extra step there. 51-35, 17 to go here, fourth period. into the hands of Pacheco into the front court. Now Oswald with a 3, and that is off the rim and no good, but the rebound is going to be up and good by Giselle Sales. Mustangs, Shailene Ramirez shot is going to be up and no good, going to be rebounded by Pacheco, her fourth unofficially, and then a foul on the far side, and that will be on Kiara Alleman. That will be her first on the Mustangs here in this quarter. So Evelyn Sanchez into the game for Sales. Pacheco being guarded by Shailene. Shot is going to be up and good at the bucket by Chloe Mitchell. 55-30 Lady Cougars. 4.5 to go here, fourth period. Needs to get rid of the ball. The ball is going to be taken away from her by Pacheco. Oswald now layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Pacheco, and that is going to be up and good. And now it looks like Kiara Alleman has come up. A little lame here. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's her. She has a wrap on her knee. I don't know if that was what happened. It was back behind the play. She is now on the bench. Trainer is going to take a look at her and see what's up with that. Yelena Ramirez ready to check in for the Lady Mustangs. There's the Niwot Lady Cougars have another steal. Layup shot is going to be up and no good from the left side. Rebounded by Shailene Ramirez, and then that foul is going to be on Chloe Mitchell. That will be her third. Team second, I believe. Looks like the Mustangs are going to get some different people in here. It will be Rachel Daniels, along with Yelena Ramirez, Aubrey Alvarez, along with Kaya Stevens. See if everybody came out. Let's see who else is in there. And Abigail Ramirez into the game for the... Now a foul is going to be called on Niwot. That will be Meta. That will be her third. I don't know why they're riding them so hard. You're up 27 points. I don't understand why you're... fouling everybody. Just try to get the ball in. Now the ball is going to be taken away on the inbounds. Like a block down there. Nice block by Rachel Daniels. And Miguel Ramirez up into the front court. Yeah, she was going to pass it off to Stevens, but she was not ready for the pass. 36 turnovers by the Lady Mustangs. Mellis, and now underneath layup is going to be up and good by Peyton Rhodes. 4 points on the night for Rhodes. Under 3.5 to go here, fourth period. Gets it into the hands of Aubrey Alvarez. Now that ball is going to be stripped from her. So Niwot met it with the turnover. So turnover number 17 for Niwot. Pass over to Alvarez. Now they're trying to get it into Ramirez. She runs it down in the corner. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Gets a rebound, and that foul. Shot is going to be no good, but she was fouled. And that is going to be on Evelyn Mellis. That will be her second. That's the team fourth. So Yelena Ramirez to go to the line to shoot two. First one is off the front of the rim and no good. 2:50 to go. 59-30. Wholesale changes once again for Niwot. So I did get a name on number 5. That was Peyton Johnson. Number 15, I have no idea who that is. Yelena's second shot up and good. 59-31. Hazel Oswin brings it down, and she is going to be called for the travel. 18 turnovers by Niwot. 2:45 to go. 59-31 Lady Cougars. Into the hands now of Rachel Daniels. Picks up her dribble. Now it's going to be through the hands of Yelena Ramirez and out of bounds. Pass was just a little bit high for Yelena. The Mustangs will have full court pressure here as the Niwot Cougars. Johnson layup is going to be up and good. Peyton Johnson all the way from coast to coast. Now a steal on the far end. I'm not sure why Niwot is still pressing. Yelena Ramirez shot is going to be up and good on the layup. Nice job there by Yelena Ramirez. 3 points on the night for her. Rep 61-33, and then she stepped out of bounds. Turnover by Niwot. You're up 28 points and you're still pressing. I don't think that's quite proper. Underneath to Yelena now. She's going to kick it out into the corner. Ball is going to be taken by Yelena Ramirez. Her pass to Aubrey Alvarez, excuse me. It will be back to Kia Stevens on the turnover. 40 on the night for the Mustangs. Layup is going to be up and no good. Going to be rebounded though and put back up by Sanchez. Now into the hands of Peyton Johnson out high. Bounce pass to Oswald, excuse me. She gets the rebound. Shot is going to be up and good. 63-33, 30-point lead here by the Lady Mustang, or by the Niwot Cougars. Turnover by the Mustangs. Shot is going to be up and good, and that is going to be Evelyn Sanchez for her first bucket of the night. 65-33, under a minute to go here in the contest. Rachel Daniels loses it out of bounds. So turnover to Niwot with 50.9 seconds to go. As they get it into Daya Mehta. Underneath, that shot is going to be up and no good. And the rebound is going to be up and good by Peyton Johnson. 4 points on the night by Johnson, still picking them up at half court. That's going to be over and back, turnover by the Mustangs. I'm going to have to understand these are young girls here, but no seniors on this team. Now into the hands of our number 15. I do not know who that is. She's going to give it off to Mehta to Aswam. Now a jump ball is going to be called, and that will be possession to the Lady Mustangs with 18 seconds left here, fourth period. 67-33, Lady Cougars. Yelena Ramirez in the lane, turn around, her shot has got to be up and good off the backboards for Yelena Ramirez. 5 points on the night for Ramirez. Ball is going to be tipped. Shot is going to be up and no good at the buzzer. 67-35 will be the final score here as the Lady Mustangs fall to 0-11 overall, 0-7 in league. Niwot will improve to 3-8 and 1-5 in league. So we will take a 3-minute break and be back with the post-game show here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Advanced Agri Solutions. You get a full plan of seed, food, and water for your field. Now is the time to begin your planning for next year's growing season. Call Dusty or Roxy at 970-571-2024. The Lady Mustangs fall by a count of 67-35. Scoring for the Niwot Lady Cougars. Leading the way is Chloe Mitchell with 15. She is followed by Evelyn Mellis with 11. Haiti Adams with 7. Thalia Alvarez with 6. along with Rose Pacheco with her 6. And then it is Peyton Johnson with 4, Peyton Rhodes with 4, Daya Mehta with 4, and then 2 apiece for Ella Zekman, Hazel Oswin, and Evelyn Sanchez, along with Giselle Sales for her 2 points also. For the Lady Mustangs, leading the way tonight is Shailene Ramirez Osborne with 11. She is followed by Bella Phillips with 9. And then Yelena Ramirez coming off the bench tonight. Nice job for her. She gets 5. 4 apiece for Ava Taylor and Charlotte Marquez. And then 1 apiece for for Kiara Alleman and Kiara Jimenez for the Lady Mustangs, 35 points. 43 turnovers, for the Lady Mustangs, and 19 turnovers for the Lady Cougars. Free throws tonight, the Mustangs were 6 of 16, and Niwot was 5 of 10 from the charity stripe. Leading the way in rebounds tonight was Shailene Ramirez along with Ava Taylor, each with 7 rebounds unofficially. I have Ava Taylor with 4 blocks tonight, so just under her average of 5. Madison Ackerman for the Lady Cougars is the only player that fouled out tonight, fouled out in that 4th period. So the Mustangs go down 67-35. They, as I said before, they're now 0-11, 0-7 in league. Niwot improves to 3-8, 1-5 in league. We will take another 3-minute break and be back with the boys game here on Morgan County's B106 and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.